Hey y'all, it is your Thrifty Practitioner Tara. How are you guys doing today? It is Monday, y'all, and y'all know what happens on Monday. On Monday, I talk about my money. And so, welcome to my Money Monday. This should be like a really quick one. I say that though, but it should be a quick one. I will just kind of be going over like a mid-month recap. We've already gone through 2 weeks of the month. We're starting on our last 2 weeks of the month, and just kind of seeing where I am, how I've been doing, have I been a good person, a good steward of my money in regards to purchasing things and doing stuff. I have done some things, but it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. So this is the month of March. So far, you know, like I don't have a lot of bills, so, and that's nice. Let's see, the 21st, this Friday, it's going to be payday. I have 2 appointments too. I'm getting my massage out on the 22nd. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm so happy. I'm getting my massage after work on Saturday. I work a half day on Friday, and then because it's my Saturday to work, so that's kind of what we do. So I'm excited about that. Let's see. And then I just have my other little bills that are left to pay. Not much going on. Let's see. So as far as my transactions, from my main account, I'm doing really good for mid-month. I haven't made it over to the second page over here, so I'm happy about that. Just regular things that are going on. It looks like I did go out to eat. I put that on my card. I don't think I took that out of my, what do you call that? I don't think I took that out of my spending wallet. So I'm just going to have to eat that cost, because I know I did do some other stuff, especially this weekend since I went with my see my granddaughter with cheer. Let's see, a couple of things at Jewel, because I did some stuff. I need to replace that too. I did some, oh, you know what? I'm going to tell you what. This right here, this here, and this here. We're going to say that that is $17. We'll round it up, it's $18. I need to replenish that because I did some stuff for Pi Day. And because I did some stuff for Pi Day at work, I went ahead and what do you call that? Is it this one? It's not this one. I did some stuff for Pi Day at work. So I took some money out of the extra grocery, but then I did get some additional stuff from my, there we go. I did get some additional stuff, and let's see. I know I spent that whole $50, man. I made, for pies, I made 2 homemade pies. I made 2 pumpkin pies, 2 homemade pumpkin pies, and 2 abuelita hot chocolate Mexican pies. And let me tell you what, it wasn't the filling, it was the spices that cost a lot of money. So $18, 1, 2, 3. So I only have $52 left. Oh Lord, have mercy. I really went ham on this for extra groceries. It wasn't even extra groceries. So let me go ahead. I'm going to put this money into, because I deposited, I give myself the money back. So I'm going to put this money into my bank account. Let me put it on here that I used it, just talked about it. I'm just going to put Pi Day. I know y'all are like, you spent that much money on Pi Day. Y'all, I did. I'm not even going to lie. I did. Buying spices is not cheap. One spice, because and especially if you cook your stuff, you make your things homemade. $63, y'all. That's what I spent, $63 getting stuff for and making these pies. And plus, y'all, then I had the nerves to make the pies while I was half tired. So I cracked the egg into the garbage and tried to put the shell in the mix. All right, I'm gonna put this. Oh, this is so cute. I had a subscriber say, "Your cat is peeking at me." I thought that was so stinking cute. So, all right, let me go ahead. Let me do this. I'm gonna put this in here because this needs to be deposited, and I will try to deposit it today. I usually take a while to deposit my money, but I'll work to deposit this today. All right, so that's the first thing that needs to go in there. All right, so what's the money for Pi Day? And it's just my regular utilities. I did, oh, there we go. This is the next one here. I purchased a tag at my granddaughter's cheer competition. Well, that failed. All right, so this was reimbursed. That was reimbursed, and this is going to be reimbursed. I purchased a pin me tag. It's actually a bag tag at my granddaughter's cheer competition. So I really like that. I thought it was so cute. And because it was a child event, it comes out of the child's money, y'all. That's what I do. It comes out of their money. It was $22. So that was yesterday. All right. Let's see. I forgot what they're called, but we're just gonna put bag tag. And it is 22. I need to put that on there. So it's 106. 106 is what I should have left. Let me take $22 out of here. 20. I'm gonna take the $2 bill. 2. Yeah, I'd rather keep that because sometimes I have to change money out. All right, so here we go with this. Let's put this in here. All right. Is it 106? Yeah, I know. I just got to make sure. I'm sorry, guys. We got 20, 40, 60, 75, 85, 90, 2, 4, 6, 8, 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 106, yes. 106. So we got the 22 for that. That was reimbursed. All right. And there's another reimbursement coming too. So there's that. I'm going to wait. All right, next thing we have, nothing there. Let's see, our main account, it has been good. Our main account's been good. We haven't done any, our main account, I apologize, second account. The only thing that came out of there was my cell phone. I need to change that over. And this is where I save my money. I move money up to this second account and then I put it into my savings challenges. That's kind of how I do it. So I don't keep a lot of money on hand. I know it looks like I do, but I really don't. It gets moved from my main account to the second account, then over into savings. That's kind of how it goes. Okay. So, and then we have the credit card. I need to pay this. Haven't paid this yet. All right. So for the credit card, I have all of this spelled out. Already did that. Let's see. I did. This was last month that I got some Domino. That was so good. That's what you get when you watch a TikTok reel. But anyway, so I got some Domino, some things done at Office Max. I did get some stuff at, what do you call that? Oh, it looks like I picked up some meds. So I need to put some money in there. Okay, so this is why I go over this, because I have to replenish it. So I put self-care, which is medical. So let me go in here. I'm just going to put $10 in there. I just round up. So I need to remove $10 from here. And what day was that? That was on 3/3. That's medical. This is prescriptions. 3/3. All right. So Walgreens. 10. All right. So that's going to be 95. Let's go ahead and remove this 10. Let's see, I'll go ahead and I'll do 2 5s. So we have 10, 20, 30, well, you know what? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 95. So $95. $95. Y'all heard that big sigh. I was like, it actually wasn't even a sigh. It was me blowing out. All right, so 10 for that, 2 for that. Let's go ahead and put that. We'll mix and mingle it here in a minute. Okay, so then the next thing that we have is I purchased myself some hair care, and that was $125. I'm going to take this out of self-care. Okay, let's take that out of self-care. And then I have to do some other stuff with self-care. So let's do that. Other than that, let me put this here. Other than that, there was really nothing else that occurred this month. So I've been doing good. I've been doing good. So I think for myself, I spent $125. Y'all, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. $125. Well, I shouldn't say that. plus the Domino's 21.93, which I'm just going to eat that out of my account, and plus the 15.83, which is Culver's. That's what it was. So I did 37.76. So I might have to decide what I'm going to do with that. So let me put 125 into here. And the reason I did this, let me get this out of the way, y'all. The reason I'm getting this out of the way is because I want to, I also have to do some stuff over here as well. So I'm going to take it. How much did I have? Oh, God. I'm taking all the money out of my hair salon. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 5. Oh, man, Lord, baby Jesus, 125. Okay, so subtracting 125, that leaves us with $25. 25. 3. I forgot what date I put on there. I know it was this week. I don't know. It's probably going to be 3/13 maybe. 25. Hair care. All right, so let's take that. We have 20, 10, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 25 that goes back in there. Whew, I gotta replenish this. I might slow down my savings and put some money in here, but I am gonna have to take that and consolidate it. I think I'm just gonna consolidate it off screen. It'll probably make it a lot easier for me to do that. Let me put this over here. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so we did all that. I still need to consider $38. $38. I don't even think I have that, y'all. Yeah, because I went, see, this is what happens when you spend all your money on your grandbaby. Just spend it. Oh, look at that. All of it. Only thing I got is gas money. So we'll see. We'll see. I might just have to eat that cost in my account, $38. Instead of the cash. And I know some people are like, well, you know, yeah, I do my cash, but you know, sometimes I use my card and I don't know, they do replenish their card with the money they have in their wallet, but I'm just going to tell you, I do, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just ends up that way. It just depends because sometimes this is emotional eating. So, all right, so we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5, 65, 70, 2, 3, 4, 5. So $175 is what I need to deposit today into the bank. And I need to go ahead and also pay on my credit card. I want to pay that off. I don't really plan on putting anything else on it if I don't have to. So that is good. All right. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is stock and my investments and my just my job and my concerns about my job. So, all right, give me a moment, guys. Give me a moment. Hey, y'all. Anyway, so the second part of this video, I just want to kind of talk about my occupation and in addition to that, my investments. And the reason why I want to talk about those things is because there's a lot that's been going on, especially in these first few weeks of this new presidency. And I'm not sure how you've been affected. So far, I have not been affected that bad, but there's always this trickle-down effect. So it's kind of like when, with Ronald Reagan and the trickle-down economics, it eventually affects everybody in some way, shape, or form, whether it's somebody you know, you directly, something like that. And I'm really keeping an eye on it. And I just want to bring this to people's attention just to keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on your finances, your money that you're saving. Keep an eye on so many different things because you are your own fiduciary. You're the steward of your money. And you just have to make sure that you're able to maintain, if not the lifestyle that you want to live, a lifestyle that is one where you're not concerned about your next meal. You're not concerned about certain things, okay? So for me, what has happened is we'll start with investments. And with the investments, with all this tariff stuff going on, that to me is crazy because the tariff policy that was put into effect was the tariff policy that was put into effect when the person was in office before. So I don't know how it's a bad tariff policy. but whatever. So between that and then also Mexico and then just all this other stuff going on, you know, the stock market's been willy-nilly. They haven't known what has really been going on. As far as the stocks, my large cap stocks, I am still seeing a small loss in, or my large cap ETFs. My other ETFs are making they're slowly coming back, you know, so especially ones that are following the 500, they are, you know, they're making a comeback. So that's good. I didn't suffer any real big losses. I did end up selling a stock. I sold my defense fund stock, just reading into kind of like what's going on and how we're producing stuff or what's kind of looking forward to the future. And also taking into consideration, you know, this is probably more of an opportune time to kind of get out and hold and see where I can actually increase my portfolio in a particular area. So that's what I'm doing with that money, which I actually did today. I did invest in some more money into one of my, which is crazy, one of my large caps, but I'm like, hey, it's low. Let me go ahead. I want to put it in there because eventually I am looking at it to come back up. So then the next thing that helped me was that I have invested in individual stocks. So when the market was all over the place with certain things, in my individual stocks, they lost some value, but I still had my gains. And so this is, I totally understand, like, following the market is not for everybody. Reading up on things and stuff, some people don't quite understand, but it just behooves you to understand a little bit, especially if you have a 401k, outside investment, anything to where you're trusting a company's value to help with your retirement. You know, I did learn from this that I'm going to start looking at outside the country, because, you know, I was like, oh, we're not going to be in anything like the pandemic again. And look, so I'm like, yeah, no, I need to really make sure that I'm well versatile. And I have some things in my IRA that are foreign investments, but that's somebody else managing it and me trusting them. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of the work myself. It's time for me to kind of delve in. So that's where I am on that front. You know, my retirement account didn't take a big hit, did recover. I do know some people that took really big hits and then they pulled out. And so I felt real bad for them. You know, this happens, but it happens. And as I have explained, is sometimes you just really have to pay attention to what's going on. And I started paying attention last year once the election was final, because this person made some promises, and I knew from the last presidency this person was going to stick to those promises because they stuck to the promises last time. And I figure there is a 2.0 because we've had 4 years, that individuals had 4 years to come up with a plan, and bam, as soon as we got in the office, we started implement. So, you know, my goal was to try my best to protect myself against that volatility. People say that you can't, which is true. Sometimes you can't, but you most definitely can do things that can help embrace that impact. And that's what I did in all of my accounts, is I was able to embrace the impact, except for one, which is my new, with the new job, which is my new retirement account with them. And so, you know, it just is what it is. I'm okay because I'm not down a lot, but still, you know, it is what it is. All right, so then the next thing, people to monitor our jobs. So let's talk about that. Now, the next thing that I was concerned about with this, with all these talks of Medicaid cuts, funding cuts, things like that, I was like, man, how is this going to trickle down to me? Once again, Ronald Reagan, trickle down economics. I hate it, because some people are okay, waste, fraud, abuse, whatever. Let's just pull back those blinders and let's just really pay attention to how this affects everybody. So I work in the medical field. I work for a FQHC. That's a federally qualified health center. We serve the public. We do get federal funding from the government to help serve the public. That funding comes in the form of actual funding, grants and stuff. In addition, and it's grant money that goes from the government to other agencies that then comes to us. So it's either directly from the government or it is through another entity. In addition, it's Medicaid, it's Medicare, okay? But it's also self-pay. There's people that self-pay because they just don't have insurance. They don't qualify for insurance, okay? And so we serve everybody. We don't ask, where are you from? Who are you? You know, let me see your papers. In addition, we serve people of all nationalities. I live in the Chicagoland area now, and this is happening everywhere in big cities, that you have multiple people that speak multiple languages that don't speak English because there are areas that they just live in their neighborhood, right? They live in that neighborhood and they're able to live because they don't have to speak, they just speak Arabic. All they have to do is speak Arabic, you know, and that's fine because they work and live within their neighborhood, okay? The people that have to speak English, the people that don't have to speak English, don't speak English. And so all of these people come to where I work to get health care. So this spending bill, and I knew this was gonna happen too, my husband, bless his heart, he was like, oh, you're worried for nothing. I was like, no, I'm worried about my job because I don't know what's gonna happen. And it says in there, this new spending bill is that, so if you serve people or if you provide care to individuals who are not documented, you're not gonna get funded. Well, it's not our job to ask, are you documented or not? That's not my job. My job is to take care of you. It really kind of sucks because we have been put into this position, and now our company does let us know what do we need to do, what we don't need to do, but it just really sucks because I've been put in this position. And so when I say I don't know what's going to happen is because I'm pretty sure they're going to start putting some measures in, and funding will more than likely start to go down for some places because a lot of these places, because we're so intermingled in this country, cannot help but to serve somebody who is undocumented. And it's more than just people south of the border that are undocumented. I just want to let people know that it is more than just people south of the border. I serve a lot of people. So it's crazy intimidation, and it just really sucks in regards to my job. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. I am going to be asking, I'm going to be asking those hard questions. I know where I used to work, they've already had that discussion in regards to funding. And so where I currently work, I'm going to be asking those hard questions like, hey, you know, what's going to happen if we're not getting this funding? You know, what's your backup plan? What do you plan to do? Because once again, it's just funding. It's not about like Medicare and Medicaid at this point. Then because of the cuts to Medicaid, that too in itself is, wow, that too in itself is going to be very interesting, because then that means a lot of the states are either going to implement the program or you're going to have to rely on the states to support these programs. And so it's going to be very interesting to see how that's going to go, what's going to be covered, what's not going to be covered. And in regards to my job, like I said, you know, if the company doesn't have enough funding, money, or whatever, then the difficulty with that is, hey, you have to make decisions on your staffing. So trickle-down economics, Reagan, I keep saying that because all this happened to Reagan. You had a lot of unemployment. You just had a lot going on when this happened. And I think about this just because, not to scare myself, because it is things to think about. It's like, what am I going to do? I still have a contract that I have to fulfill. Now, luckily for me, because I received my money 2 years ago, I'm not under this thing that some people that received money, because what it is we work in these particular places, these underserved places, whether it's rural, in a city, underserved people, then we get our loans paid for, right, by the government. It's servitude loans. And so anybody that recently signed up, man, they're having to pay that money back. It's like they're reneging on the contract, and it's like, so I'm lucky. I just have to fulfill the rest of my contract. That's the biggest thing for me, is I want to fulfill the rest of my contract. After that, I'll just go work in a hospital. I mean, I really hate to say that, but I'll work for a hospital system. I really love the people I serve. I love serving because I was poor, so I want to serve. I believe everybody deserves really good health care. But, you know, at the same time, I gotta, you know, manage. I gotta maintain my life. So this is things to think about for yourself as well, because, you know, some of you guys have to think about, they're laying off all these public service workers, okay? Those public service workers are going to be coming into the private sector. And there are private sector jobs that are laying off people. And so those people are going to be looking for jobs too. And you guys are going to be competing for jobs. Not all of you, but some of you, or however it goes, are going to be competing for jobs, for private sector jobs. And people may not like the government, but at the same time, the government's job is to help and create a social system and keep people employed. And I am most definitely going to say that when I hear people complain about, oh, you can go to this country and they have this and this country has that, but they have a social system. So you either want a social system or you don't want a social system. And, you know, they have expats over in these countries too. And those expats get to, they also get to take advantage of that stuff. When I talk about expats, I'm like, there's a lot of U.S. citizens in places illegally too that they should not be. But anyhow, so those are the things I'm thinking about. I hope that is something that you know, I put a thought in your head to say, hey, I need to think about this as well. Maybe how is this going to affect me in the future? Maybe I should start saving, because I don't know how. Actually, you should be saving because I don't know how this is going to go. Things like that, stuff to consider, because, you know, I think that many of us just took advantage of the fact that this is just how it works and we're going to be secure forever. And to find out, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm looking out the window, I apologize. And to find out that it's like, oh, my retirement is volatile. Oh, how is this going to affect me in my job? Oh, I didn't realize this. So it's just something to think about. Remember, you're a small business as well. Your household, your family, you have to most definitely make sure you're taken care of. So that is it, guys. That is all I got for today for my Money Monday. Those are the things that I'm thinking about. That's what I'm doing. Just working on that. And lastly, I am applying for my nurse practitioner license in Canada. So yes, I am one of those willing to defect over to the dark side. Y'all saw Handmaid's Tales. We refugees now. So y'all, we are on the humanitarian watch list. Did you ever think that the U.S. would be on the humanitarian watch list? Because we are having so many rights taken away from us. It is crazy. I was like, what? No. So, hello, my Canadian friends. You're going to see me here probably in a year. All right, guys. Y'all have a great day, okay? And y'all have a great rest of the week. And I'm going to probably see you guys on Thursday. But if you like this type of content, don't forget to comment below. Also, guys, what do you think? What do you think about the last part I said about your investments, about your job? How might this trickle down affect you? You know, have you thought about that? So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on those notification bells, and I'm going to see you in my next video.